It is August 3rd, 2018. Welcome to First Cup. My name's Jeremy Lesniak. It's my first cup of coffee. Man, that's really dark. Why is that really dark? Oh, you know why it's really dark? Because it's really dark outside. Hold on, let me turn on the light. There we go. That's a little bit of light. That's a little better. Okay, cool. I decided to turn the camera today. I'm in the corner of the couch. You can see my map of the Galapagos and my map of Vermont and New Hampshire. I like maps. Maps are kind of fun. Maps, as I kick the tripod. I don't know, when people visit, they inevitably they're looking at the maps. I've also got the world, the US, the Northeast, and Europe. Do you know that there's a town in Turkey called Batman? I bet they don't say it that way. Probably like Batman or something, but it says Batman. I think that's cool. So after I have my coffee and I do a little bit of work at my desk, I'm in the car. I'm headed to Manchester, New Hampshire, which is a little over 2 hours away, for a couple hours of Superfoot training with two of my good friends, Terry Dow, Paul milhollin, both of whom have been on the podcast. And, Paul's my training buddy. He's, we're kind of the newbies in this area in the Superfoot organization, so we get together about once a month under Terry's instruction and work on Superfoot kickboxing stuff. It's a lot of fun, and Terry's just an awesome instructor, and I really enjoy it. It's fun. It's good to be a white belt. I'm not a white belt anymore, but yeah. And that was what I wanted to talk about today. When I tell people I take most of the day off, about once a month, drive 2 hours away for 2 hours of training. It cost me time, cost me money. But it's world-class instruction. And I don't understand the mentality of, honestly, the majority of people in martial arts who aren't willing to make efforts to further their training. Now, I understand, for a lot of people, maybe even most people, martial arts is a hobby. It's an activity. It is something that people do. Okay? That's fine. But there are definitely people out there who claim martial arts is the most important thing to them, or it's their lifestyle, or it's something they're passionate about. And they won't go to seminars. They won't go watch a tournament. They won't do things that reflect what they're claiming. And I think the best example, the one that hits the closest to home, for the third year in a row, we're going to have Whistlekick's free training day. And this year it's October 27th. It's in Williamstown, Vermont. There's a Facebook event. Lock that date down on your calendar. But bottom line, we bring in well over a dozen instructors, and the training is free. It is 100% free. There's no catch. There's no paperwork fee. And it's, you show up and you train. It's an exceptional event. We had so much fun the last couple of years. Last year we had people come up from New Jersey for it. You're not going to find better, more diverse training for free. You're just not. And there are people who live within an hour. Scratch that. There are people that live within 30 minutes of this space, this training space in Williamstown, who, I didn't take the day off from work. I can't wrap my brain around that. If I was a martial artist and, I'd been training a few years and I enjoyed it, and somebody said, hey, we're going to have like 16 different people teaching seminars on this day. All you have to do is show up. I would book, I would book my travel. I would take the day off from work, probably the day before and after. I don't know. There's something in the way I see martial arts that I have a hard time empathizing when people don't see it. Now, I don't see it for other things, but I also don't claim to be passionate about these other things. The exception might be CrossFit. And I've traveled a lot for CrossFit. I've spent a lot of money on CrossFit training. I've visited other CrossFit gyms and communicated with top level CrossFit athletes. Like I enjoy that pursuit as well. So I don't know. I don't get it. Ah, notifications coming in. So here's a question. Here's something I'm rolling around, and I need some feedback on it. Please comment, email, whatever. Email jeremy@whistlekick.com. What if this show involved a little bit of guided movement? Let's say today we're going to do some hip mobility while I'm talking, or today we're going to practice slow front kicks. When I look at the number of views, they're anywhere from, they average around 10. That's small, right? Most of the things that we do at Whistlekick don't have to be successful in any kind of traditional sense if I believe that they are furthering the overall mission. But if I'm going to wake up, put on pants, if I'm going to commit to doing this every day, we got to have some people watching, right? I think anybody can understand that. So I'm looking for ways that we can improve the value of this without requiring a ton of time, because I don't have a ton of time. So that's my thought. We've got this other project that we were working on that I'm not going to talk too much about. No, I'm not going to talk about it at all. But I'm looking, is there a way that we can kind of fuse the two? And if the fusion is successful, we might actually do the second piece as its own breakout. But the idea of spending a couple minutes saying, hey, while I'm talking to you, I'm just going to work on some kicking really slowly. What would that require for me? Not much. I've already got the tripod. So I guess I would just have to set up the tripod and make sure it's in frame. The space I'm doing this in would have to be a little cleaner. Yeah. So tell me what you think about that idea. Are you content that first cup be solely sitting on the couch for both of us, or would you want to get up and move? I am not interested in me moving and you not. Although I guess if that made people watch, I don't know, that would be strange, but maybe it is. I don't know. So that's my question. As for the rest of my day, other than my 4 hours in the car where I will be listening to books, right now I'm working on Guy Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which somehow I've never read. Great book so far. I will be finishing the day with one or both, some strength training at the gym, and Kempo Jiu-Jitsu. We will see. We'll see how I'm feeling after kickboxing, because sometimes I am smoked. And then sitting in the car several hours after that, I'm not always useful. See what happens. Oh, yeah, I'm yawning a lot for the end of the show. All right. My challenge to you today is to speak truthfully about what is important to you, regardless of how you think people will judge you for that. That's what I mean. If you're around people that say martial arts is important and it's not that important to you, don't lie and say it is. If you're around people that aren't martial artists and they don't understand why you love martial arts, don't downplay it. Own it. Be willing to be you. Be true to who you are and what matters. Hope you have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow. Peace.